Hello students, I'm Professor Plinio Monteiro, and in this video I'll explain the different types of export modes and how you can choose between these alternatives for starting your operations abroad. The major categories of export modes can be defined as an indirect export, a direct export, and a cooperative export. In the case of indirect exports, basically a manufacturer will use independent export organizations that will be located in your home country or sometimes in the third country to operate in a new country. For instance, you can be a Brazilian firm and then you can sell your products for a Brazilian export firm, and this firm will sell your products abroad. Sometimes you can sell your product to export it. For instance, suppose that you're exporting a product for a Brazilian company is exporting for Chile, and a company is buying your products in Chile, but then this company can sell these products all over Europe. As you can see, this company, the manufacturer, is basically making a very simple sale. The company is not really taking care about the foreign operations. And in that case, this indirect export mode will be the less risky one. In that case, if you have very limited global expansion objectives, if you're not really trying to be a global company, or sometimes if you're just trying to sell a little bit more of your extra production, then you can use that mode to sell your products abroad. But in this case, you're not really compromising, you're not really using a lot of investments in terms of time and not almost no resource in terms of money to establish your operations abroad. To establish your indirect export mode, you can use two main types of approach. The first one is finding an export buying agent or a broker in your home country. And this will help you to represent your business when you make business, when you try to sell your products abroad. The export buying agent will help you in many issues, in many activities in the home country and also in the host country, and will usually help you in finding the best markets, the clients, the customers, and sometimes they can be part of the business. Basically, they can become your partner in a given contract. The difference of the broker is basically that the broker will not carry the product. They'll just help you in finding the buyer in the target market, and they can negotiate the contract, but they are not going to make part of the business. So the export buying agent, they usually will be part of the business. They can be help you in representing your business abroad and making all the transactions together with you to operate in a foreign market. In the case of the broker, they will not participate in business. They will find you, find the seller, the buyer, will find, establish the contracts, establish the conditions, and then they are going to receive a fee, a percentage of the transaction. Another way to have an indirect export mode is to use what we call a piggyback. This is a term related to the use of the resources and the experience of usually big firms that are operating in different countries, and then you can use the resources of this firm to start selling your product abroad. The idea is to have a ride. Basically, you're going to pick up a ride with a carrier, and the carrier is a very experienced business that have operations abroad. And in that case, of course, you have some risks and some advantages, but in general, if you have a good carrier and if you can find a good rider, both parties can benefit from this transaction. In the case of the direct export modes, then you need to invest directly some resources to establish operation abroad. In that case, you have some responsibility for the export project. How can you establish your direct export? First, you can use a distributor. In that case, you can find some company, an independent company, that will buy the products from you, and this distributor will have a lot of responsibility and freedom to choose where they're going to sell your products and what will be the price that they're going to sell abroad. Because basically they are buying the product from you and selling it in foreign markets. Another way of doing that is to use an export agent. In that case, you have another independent company that will sell on the behalf of the manufacturer, but the company will not buy the product from you. For instance, you can have one export agent that will go to the foreign markets and try to find the customers and try to find out to establish the conditions, the price. But once they have one agreement, then they will return back to you, and you are going to sell the product directly to the buyer. And they are not going to stock the product. They are not going to buy the product from you. So basically, in that case, they will help you to find this relation and establishing these exports directly in this foreign country. Finally, we have the cooperative export mode. In that case, you have a cooperative arrangement between a group of companies. Usually, a lot of small companies will create one association, or they can have a joint venture, and they use this third business, this third company, to export in the name of this group of business. This export marketing group usually will negotiate the rates, the shipping taxes. They also can perform research to understand the behavior of your potential customers, the size of market, prices, and also they can find selling agents to help distributing your products in foreign markets. Let's take a look on the value chain structure of these different entry modes. Let's start with the indirect export. In that case, let's think about the export buying agent. So you have all your research and development, production in marketing in the home country, or sometimes in a third country. And then you have in the same market, you have your sales and services. But as you can see, this activity of sales and services will be under the responsibility of another company. And then this company will sell the product to the market, the target market. In the piggyback, you have your research and development and your production made by your company, the writer in this relation. And then the carrier, another company, will be responsible for your marketing and your sales and services, but also in your home country or a third country. And then this carrier will sell this product in the target market. Let's look to the agent or a distributor and how in the case of the direct export. In that case, you have all your research and development, your production and marketing made in the home country, and then you have a relation with another company in the target market. In that case, this company in the target market will be responsible for selling your product in that country. And finally, the cooperative export mode, the cooperative export. In that case, many different small companies will develop their own research and development and production, and then will join together to have more strengths. And this company will have a relation with an export marketing group, with another company in the target market. And this company in the target market will be responsible for the marketing and sales and services, usually in a way to allow these small companies without a lot of resources, to allow them to have foreign operations by joining together some strengths. This video was intended to present the export entry modes. And in the next video, I'm going to explain to you what are the intermediate entry modes. That's it, students. See you in the next video. Bye.